Welcome to Introduction to Remote Sensing for the spring semester 2021. You may have signed up for one of 4 classes. That is, this course is offered under both the GR, Geography, and NR, Natural Resources departments, and it is offered at both the 323 and 503 levels. I'm your professor, Michael Levsky. Your graduate TA will be Stephen Chang. I have put our email addresses there, but in general, best to try to limit conversations to the Canvas mail system, because it's just easier for us to find your class-related correspondence if it comes through that system. The structure of the class is that all the lectures are going to be by asynchronous YouTube videos. So I know you signed up for lecture times. You will not be attending lectures during that time period. That is true both for the Tuesday and Thursday lecture sessions that all the 323 students signed up for, and the extra hour of lectures that graduate students signed up for on Thursdays. So labs will be done remotely. So that'll be through Zoom, 2 periods for the undergraduates, and then a Friday period that I will supervise for graduate students. You've got office hours there, also by Zoom. Links for the playlist of lectures and for Zoom sessions for the office hours and labs, I should say labs there, can be found at levsky.org/rs. So that page will be, already has the playlist on it, and then it'll be fully populated with the Zoom links for the lab and office hours. Note that the labs for the undergraduate course are referred to as lab assistant periods. Our expectation is that you will familiarize yourself with the labs before the actual lab assistant period. So, perhaps over the weekend before your Monday or Tuesday lab, you'll familiarize yourself with that, and then you will get a brief overview from Stephen, and then you will work through your lab, and he'll be available there to assist you with getting through the labs. And we've been doing this for the last 2 semesters, and this has worked out reasonably well. The text for this class is Aronoff, Remote Sensing for GIS Managers. This text is available free in the file section of the class Canvas site. And thank you to Dr. Aronoff for sharing this text. It's out of press, but I very much like it, and it does have the advantage of being free. Final exam, there will be no final exam. There are 4 exams during the semester. They are not cumulative, or I should say they're not designed to be cumulative. If I find that a large fraction of students get certain questions wrong on, say, exam 1, those questions might appear for exam 2. But in general, the exams are not cumulative. I'll let you read over objectives and goals by yourself. Got some basic expectations there. The format again, lectures via asynchronous delivery. Exams will be scheduled for synchronous testing of the entire class. Okay, so I believe I picked Thursdays as the day that we will all have exams, and you'll be expected to do that at the time of the actual scheduled class. And labs, again, will be done by Zoom session. Please read over the policy on late work and make up exams so that there are no surprises. Special needs, I've already been contacted by some people who need special needs, and you're encouraged to speak to me about those. One thing I should point out is color blindness. Occasionally this will come up as a problem. Everything that we do in the labs, you should be able to do even if you are colorblind. And obviously we will provide whatever support you need for that disability. Academic responsibility, I'm relying on you to be honest. We'll be doing our exams as quizzes within Canvas. We also do all the lab answers, I should say, in Canvas as quizzes. So you need to be abiding by the honor pledge. Last semester, it turned out that people did just about as well on the exams that were taken after the lockdown as before, and so I had a pretty good feeling that people were in fact not cheating. Grading guidelines, there are 4 exams, that's 40% of the class, and lab assignments, that'll be 60% of the grade, and that's the grading scale at the bottom. As you can see here, the semester can be broken up into 4 sections, each one associated with an exam. The first section, you'll be responsible for some introductory material, lectures, and some lectures on remote sensing, basic information as well as image characteristics. So my expectation is that you will have watched these and read the associated materials before the first exam, okay? And our first exam is on the 10th of February. You will also have 2 labs during that period, and you can see there's no lab this week and there is no lab next week. Section 2, we'll be talking about frame capture sensors, basically conventional cameras, and then visual interpretation of images. Section 3 will all be about digital image analysis, so enhancement, classification, accuracy assessment. And then section 4 will be about line scanners and various remote sensing, mostly satellite systems, as well as LiDAR remote sensing. And then we will have a 4th exam on the last day of class, the 3rd of May. And this final slide shows all the material that you are responsible for with respect to lectures and readings. So for instance, in the first exam, you're responsible for the introductory material, the remote sensing basics series, and the image characteristics series. So there are, I've broken up these topics into shorter lectures so that it's not too overwhelming. And then associated with each lecture, I show you the pages, the chapter and the page range of materials from Aronoff that you'll be responsible for. And then, subsequently, you'll be responsible for the lectures on frame capture sensors, visual interpretation for that second exam, and the associated reading, etc., etc.